Dave Matthews.
All right. Take it
Wiz
easy.
Khalifa,
Let's get on this.
Dave Matthews.
Good
morning, Internet. I'm sure many of you have heard the news, but I regret to inform you that the Queen is dead.
What is going on, losers? Welcome to the Lost Losers Podcast. I am your host, Mr. John B. Quett. And
hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Coming from Ashland, Kentucky, good old young Jamie Fortney. And once again, our friend Kelly Loafer is coming along with us on this journey this week. Thanks, Kelly. And there's a reason why Kelly is here. But before we get into that, yes, the Queen is dead, and I don't give a flying fuck who King Charles is in charge of because I live in America, so fuck you. So before we get too farther, because I'm probably not going to be able to talk for a little bit, and will hear me out. If you're watching on YouTube, Rumble, hit the like button, hit subscribe, share with a friend. If you're listening or watching on Spotify, 5-star review. Wherever you're listening on your podcast at, please leave us a 5-star review. If you want to be super nice, go to lostlosers.com, pick up some merch, just nice, soft, comfy t-shirts. They're amazing. If you want to contact us, lostloserspodcast@gmail.com, or find us on any socials at loser_lost on Twitter or lost_loser_podcast on Instagram. That's the best way to find us. Or follow us even on TikTok. Just Lost Losers Podcast is there as well. All right. Or if you want to be like Kelly and Jamie and myself, donate to the podcast, $5 a month on the Patreon channel. Greatly appreciate there. Now, Kelly.
Are we done with the sponsors? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I had to fucking get that all the way, boys. It's the thing I have to do. Now, the reason why Kelly's here, usually we bring off the podcast with the Wishes of the Week, which is the weird and interesting shit that has happened to us this week, but that is not happening at all. Here's what's happening on this special episode of this podcast, which is episode 113, by the way. So, of course, it has to be 113.
Oh, it's a 13? Okay, that makes sense. I'm all right with that.
Me and Jamie decided that we're going to keep up with the tradition.
Jamie and I.
Or Jamie and I. Thank you, Kelly. I didn't know you were coming here and be the English police as well.
Somebody's got to keep this ship straight.
Appreciate it. That we're gonna eat the one chip challenge. The Pocky?
The Pocky, yeah.
The Pocky one chip challenge.
Yep.
So this year
my wonderful girlfriend just got me my puke bag, just in case.
Okay.
Puking?
Just in case. So the rules are as soon as you eat the chip, the timer starts. So Kelly, you get your timer, you get your phone and timer, right?
I was gonna be some sort of Olympic.
Yep.
I don't know how long you expect me to go.
All right. Jamie, you're supposed to go for at least 1 minute. It says it. Did you not see this? Did you not read?
It.
So 1 minute means if you go 1 minute without drinking or eating, you're powerless. 10 minutes, you're powerful. 30 minutes you're supercharged, and 1 hour invincible. So the timer begins as soon as we eat the chip.
Yeah. Haven's on my timer. Kelly's got you.
Well, I figured and the timer begins as soon as the chip enters our mouth.
Yeah.
That's what she
All right.
said.
I'm sorry, Kelly, what?
That's what she said.
Okay. Hold on. I need to get my milk.
So
the fucking smell.
I heard this one is not great.
Oh no.
I
opened the
this.
packaging and it like punched me in the face.
I'm not looking forward to this year. I'm really not.
It's not as black as last year's.
That's what she said.
Please, hey, it's not as. Yep. I'm not touching that one. I haven't opened mine yet, and I didn't bring any gloves either. So I gotta.
I get too close to it, and it's like. Ah!
Oh no! Oh no!
And I have a cut on my finger, so let's hope I don't touch it by accident.
Oh no. Oh no. I have problems.
Oh,
Mine didn't open all
that's
the way.
correct. Also,
No.
you got to open it. Come on. There you go. There you go, buddy.
Oh, mine's broken. Mine's
I
broken.
got like three or four pieces. I can't get my nose too close to it.
All right. I have 2 pieces.
I can take a good whiff, John, real quick.
Oh yeah, snorted.
Oh God.
That does not smell great.
You gotta talk so that they can see
All
you.
right. That does not smell great. All right. I have two pieces.
I got like 4.
All right. Kelly, are you ready? As soon as it goes in her mouth, the timer begins.
I fucking hate you. Like even before doing this, my
are we
asshole's
doing-
gonna hurt tomorrow.
That's fine.
And
Actually, my asshole's not going to hurt tomorrow. So Sunday, I'm going to go tomorrow and watch the football game and watch some football and eat some wings and probably have a couple more beers. So Sunday, my butthole is not going to like me.
I'm
All right,
already
boys and girls.
thinking about this. Yep, Kelly, get him. I'm
Hold on.
hyping myself up a little bit.
Hold on.
Oh,
I need to.
yeah, I gotta do the same thing, John. The entire package, I'm just pouring onto the napkin.
Oh my God, this is so dumb. All right, boys.
It's so
All
bad.
right, everyone. I'll see you guys on the other side. Why are we doing this again? Just for probable cause?
There's hair on mine.
All right, I'm out. James, goodbye.
All right, timer has started.
John started. All right.
So,
It's so hot already.
how are you guys doing? What's the problem? So
Inventory out.
We're looking. We got some chocolate milk, less than 20 seconds over in Kentucky.
Yep. Nope. Fuck you.
I'm not judging. I'm just commenting here. All right.
Haven said 15 seconds for me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
Hey man. Now I know
There's
how
my
Joseph
tongue.
feels.
Here, you want my fucking tongue? Ah.
Why is your tongue blue?
Because it turned your tongue blue here.
You just scared your cat. I know that probably means a lot to you.
This sucks.
So you're at officially 1 minute now there, Senor Biquet. How's it feel?
This is terrible.
Terrible.
Yep. All right, cool.
Nope, don't. Well, have fun transitioning to be a woman because you're a big vagina.
Call me Bruce. Oh, no. Call me Caitlyn Jenner. That is not fun.
Why are we doing?
Oh, my God. It was stuck in my gums.
I can only say that's what she said so many times.
This is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is dumb.
So we can
So dumb.
see we have a fool
Oh,
in
so dumb.
yelling, and he has vacated the room. We have a fool in Kentucky.
He wants to vacate.
Yeah.
He wants to run.
He's got his girlfriend. Hi, by the way, and what looks to be 2 cats in
This
attendance.
is so much worse than last year's.
Oh, hey, you're back. We have John McQuaid back. Oh, can I stop the timer now?
Yeah, you can stop that. I don't give a fuck no more.
Okay, well,
Stop it.
This is so much worse than last year's.
wow. What did we learn today, gentlemen?
Yep, this is so much worse.
So
Ugh.
we witnessed 2 people turn their tongues blue, start chugging milk, crying out in pain. I'm not sure what the payoff here is, but
Oh my God, it's so dumb.
apparently this was just a test to see if they're dumb, and it has been successful. They went full retard.
I'm sorry.
So dumb.
John Bequette just wiped his tongue with a paper towel. Like that's what he was doing.
It hurts to laugh.
Oh my god, it's so dumb.
This is giving me flashbacks to the gas chamber in boot camp. Except
I
there was
don't know.
less
I don't know why we did it
crying.
this year. I'm never doing that again.
Hey, Napalm Death. All right. I like the t-shirt. Good deal.
It's his.
You shouldn't wear such a metal shirt when something so sissy is happening next to you.
So dumb.
So I feel like if I went under my sink and grabbed some chemicals, it would be less than this. Not gonna do it. Would
I think you might be
rude.
right.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Be like, what is this? A stove degreaser? Yeah, looks like I'm in better shape than these fools. How much did these chips cost?
$6.
Oh, that's less than I thought. Usually stupidity this much is pretty expensive.
That was so much.
Ah,
That was so much worse than last year's.
Oh, Jesus. James, that's a horrible face, sir.
Look at my tongue.
there
Well,
you go.
Well, we have motion sickness in Kentucky.
Oh, yep. James is vomiting.
Apparently, we've hit rough seas, much as the University of Kentucky will see next week when they start SEC play. This has been our college football minute. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Joe Buck.
That was so dumb.
I'll be back.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for leading.
So, shockingly, the ponytail one has left. He gets emotional about video games, so there's no surprise here. John Bequette is smoking vigorously on what appears to be some sort of jazz cigarette, playing air drums, chugging milk.
I was dumb. This is the last time I do that.
If
Holy
we notice,
shit.
he has a Ryobi boombox over there. By the
Ooh.
way, check out the Lonely Island Power of the Boombox track, available on iTunes. So, John, tell me,
Oh my god.
was
this is
this
so stupid.
$6? Was this $6 well spent? I could think of about 5 things on the top of my head that are better.
This
spent
was
for
so much
$6.
worse than last year's. I did it last year. Not a big deal. So much worse.
You know, I hear a lot of people say that. Usually it's about the heat of the summer, electrical bills, gas prices,
Inflation. Yeah.
things they have no control of. You, on the other hand, paid $6 for this thing to be shipped to you, I imagine, via some
Nope.
Amazon.
Found it at
driver.
Walgreens. Found it at
Well,
Walgreens.
you actually went out in public and purchased this. He took the effort to get in his truck.
Actually, I had to get a modem for our friend Bill, and I happened to see it. I grabbed it. I forgot to order it off Amazon.
He doesn't just travel with a modem. What is he, a rookie?
Well,
Jesus, Bill.
Well, he's from Arkansas. What do you expect? This is so dumb. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
So, while he is still declaring his dumbness, I will take you over to the other part of my kitchen as I grab another beer, which I don't think is dumb. It's pretty delicious. And it was
Beer is
less than
delicious?
$6.
But I'm okay. You know, I'm gonna try to make it through here.
St. Arnold's Brewery, Oktoberfest. Here's a fun fact. Oktoberfest doesn't actually happen in October. It's a September holiday over in Germany, and they get like 10 days of vacation.
Do that really?
Or they call it holiday over there because they're on the metric system or something. I don't know. So, yeah, it happens like most of September.
You know why the United States isn't on the metric system is because of pirates.
Well, because we're awesome and fuck everybody else. But yeah, because pirates are awesome too.
No,
They try to. Yeah. Because like the guy that was gonna change us over to the metric system because it makes sense, but fuck the English and fuck the rest of the world. He got kidnapped by some pirates and like died or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just learned something, folks.
I was dumb.
Pirates.
This was dumb. I'm not doing this one chip challenge next year.
Pirates are awesome. So
Whew. I'm almost
I
through. I'm almost good.
you're almost through.
Yeah, I think I'm almost good. Boy, it is
So-
not. Oh no, maybe not, dude. Oh my god, this has just hit my stomach.
So I don't think I still have the timer going. You made it 2 minutes before you did something. So I guess that means you're powerful or something. I don't know.
Still a bitch.
Still a bitch. Meow. Psst, psst.
Whew. All right. How's everyone doing?
Well, James has vacated the premises. I'm so glad we waited so long for him just to run off after 40 seconds, I would say.
Dude, I almost drank a half a gallon of milk in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna fucking be sick.
I'm pretty sure you're going to throw up just the milk.
Probably.
Where's your tortillas?
Upstairs. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a very interesting podcast this week. Obviously, we're kicking it off with a bang.
Yeah.
So
a very
just want-
surprising impromptu bang that was thrown on me at the last minute. I wouldn't know I was going to have to carry this thing all by myself. While
no
these
worry,
people
buddy. You'll be fine.
throwing up and crying like little girls. But here we are.
Hey, I'm okay. I'm all right. Oh,
He claims he's
Shut the
okay.
fuck
He
up.
claims he's all right.
I'll be fine.
So,
I am. So
you want to hear a fun fact?
let's hear some fun facts, Cully. I need
So,
some fun facts.
So Megadeth is having a little bit of a moment.
Okay.
Dave Mustaine was on Joe Rogan, which automatically blows anybody up for a minute, right? They had the highest charting album for them ever, which is shocking because Countdown to Extinction back in like 92, I want to say,
Yeah.
charted like number 3 or something like that. But CD
All right.
sales and all that shit aren't what they used to be. But
I
it's
gotta take a
still
pause.
their
I have to
best-
take a. We're gonna pause this for a second. We gotta pause. I have to pause.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I'm back. I had to go get rid of it. I had to go get rid of that half gallon of fucking milk I decided to drink in 2 minutes. That was the dumbest part of the entire challenge. The chip was the worst. It was the bad idea. Don't ever do that. That'd be the last
So
time I ever
are-
do that idea.
So are challenges even still a thing?
No, that was just me being stupid. That's just me. I deserve that. It was me being stupid.
You
James's
seem
idea.
fine.
Huh?
You seem fine now.
Yeah, I had to get as soon as I got rid of the milk, I'm okay. I think it was because I drank all that milk so quickly.
All right.
So now that that's done and taken care of, we can move on with the podcast, I guess. But glad we waited for Jamie to record, so for him to literally, like you were saying, show up, cough a couple of times, eat a chip, bitch about it, and puke in a bag and run away.
There wasn't
But-
much bitching about it. Well, no, the leading up to it, it's like a kid on a high dive. It's so high.
Dude, my
Oh
ears
my
are, dude, that
God.
thing was so hot, my ears are ringing.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's not recommended. To where when you eat something, your hearing is affected.
Yeah. But you know, it's kind of all connected.
Yeah, man. Like totally, it's all connected, yo.
Well, you no, really, they say if you plug your nose, your ears, and you cover your eyes and you bite into an apple, a potato, and something else, and an onion, they all taste the same.
Yeah,
can't tell the difference.
Ear, nose, throat, people. Oh, right.
All right. Oh,
Why? 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 Why?
why did I do that? Why I forgot why we said we were going to do. Oh, we kind of said we were going to do it just because we did it last year, and I wanted to do it again, and because this year they said it was extreme, it was a little bit worse. And let me tell you something, it was a lot fucking worse. I'm not doing it next year. Fuck
So I
off. You guys
remember
can't pay
you're
me.
like, oh, I remember you're like, oh, we'll bring you in. You can fill time while we eat our shit. I thought it'd be more than 2 minutes of filling time. It was really. I didn't even get warmed up, really.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, buddy. I paused it because I was running away. You know, I could have gave you your fucking minute. I should have just gave you a minute of fame. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad, buddy.
Whatever, man. Like me and the dogs partied to DMX for a minute.
You know,
One time.
you got any? So Kelly, since while we're here and we got a couple of minutes, let's see if maybe we'll do some wishes this week instead. Maybe we'll get into it because we did have that take that pause. Kelly, you got any wishes? You know, and you got to wear it is interesting shit. You know, I don't know. You called me a couple times with something funny. You want to touch bases on that?
Come on, boys. Let's go inside.
Uh-oh. Are we? You got to go inside for this one? You got to get primed?
Nah, I'm just done smoking, so.
You know, got to get primed.
Hey, Cap.
That was so dumb. I will never do that again. That was a terrible decision, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do that. So we might as well just get into the fucking news. And as soon as I find my button. Is that your dino straw for your beer today?
No, it's some Lego dinosaur we got for Will for his birthday.
Oh, that was nice.
He managed to put this one together. Well, I don't know where the rest of the pieces were. It's been taken apart. But he managed to put this guy together all by himself. All right, so.
Whew. All right. Let's go here. Let's go to wonderful things down in Australia. So in Australia, man, was sitting on a bus, you know, not just a bus, but the commuter bus going to work, and happened to glance over and look over and see a couple in the back seat just having some adult time.
The old in and out.
Giving her to the old in and out. So the guy proceeded to record it. And if you look, I got the stills of it. I don't have the.
All right. I'm assuming there's no copyright infringement on AJ fucking Australia, man.
Well, I just want to make sure, you know, just to make sure. I don't like to, you know, I already like to flirt with danger with YouTube enough. They already don't like me. Rumble's pretty good about it. But here's the still of the video. As you can see,
Wow.
legs in the air.
Is that underwear tidy whitey's over sweatpants?
How do you get the beans above the Franks?
Okay, well, couple comments. The seat covers are very distracting from the main story here.
They're on
There's that.
They're on a city bus. What do you expect?
I know. But it's oddly clean looking.
It's in Australia.
Well, anybody that knows the history of Australia shouldn't be surprised by any of this, really.
True. So the guy taking the video is like yelling at the couple.
Why?
Well,
You're video recording them. Be like David Attenborough, whatever his fucking name is on planet Earth, and just quietly narrate and let nature happen. You're the sons and daughters of the worst Britain had to offer and shipped all the way down to Australia. You know how long it takes to get to England from Australia today? Now imagine it's the 1800s, folks. There's wooden ships. You're depending on the wind and the stars to fucking get you there. Like, I guess you could consider yourself lucky if you ended up in Australia and not dead from some coral reef you didn't know about because you were 5 degrees off because, I don't know, it was cloudy at night. Jesus Christ. Okay, so those of you that don't know, Australia was a penal colony of
it was
back in the day. God rest the Queen and all that jazz. But yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
So hey, come on now, like
What has she ever done? Like, why do we care for the Queen here in America? I don't get that.
look, look, it's a politeness that we're supposed to pretend like we care about the royal family and all that jizz and jazz. But really, fuck them and fuck England and fuck your metric system. Congratulations on your Brexit fuck up. Congratulations. We fucking hate you from way back when. We became friends again at some point. I don't know why. Maybe it was the Rolling Stones or punk rock or the Beatles. I don't know.
Zeppelin.
But fuck you and fuck the Queen and fuck the King and fuck Prince Andrew especially. This has been your Royal Minute.
Have you seen King Charles's fucking sausage fingers? Grab your phone and look at the video of him going, like trying to get
where
kids
he's
off the
like,
desk.
Peasants, get this stuff off my
And
desk.
you see these fucking pig fucking sausage fingers of his just fucking weirdo.
Oh Lord.
So
Fuck England. Yeah. We went to war, we won. Kiss our ass.
how'd we get here from a couple having sex in the back of a bus in Australia?
Because England sent all those people there way back in the day, and this was the result of that.
Okay.
It's the butterfly effect. They were prisoners and prostitutes that they shipped off to this dangerous place called Australia, surrounded by giant sharks, crocodiles, the most poisonous snakes, giant spiders, sweltering heat, tsunamis, you name it. Australia's got it.
Gotcha, bitch.
But hey, Steve Irwin, hell of a dude.
Yeah, out of all things that could have killed him, a fucking stingray.
Got to give it to Norm Macdonald, the greatest bit ever, the day after he died on Conan. Go ahead and Google it, kids. It's great stuff.
Oh, please, Kelly, enlighten us. What did he say?
I hate to even. I don't want to do shame to Norm Macdonald's great name, but essentially he went on Conan, or maybe it was Leno. I don't know who the fuck it was back in whatever 1990 year it was when it happened. But he's like, you know who I feel bad about? And I want to say it was Jay Leno for some reason. He was like, oh, who's that? The kids? He's like, no, the crocodiles back at the zoo. The crocodiles were just sitting there and be like, fucking somebody got Steve. Oh, really? Who was it? Was it the crocodile over the next pit? Frank, the giant 20-footer? No, man. It wasn't a great white. No. It's a goddamn stingray. Because he was the crocodile hunter constantly jumping on the heads of giant saltwater crocs. But God bless him. He was a fucking hero. That dude was amazing. Like, I've never heard anybody utter a bad word about that dude. Like, all the money that show made, all the money that Zoo made, apparently he gave all of it away.
Yeah. So
So
sounds like
God
a good
bless
dude,
him.
but God bless him. But of all things, a
Stingray.
fucking stingray.
That's like some normal human dying from a hermit crab. It's like, what? How? Oh, it got
Wait.
infected.
All right, back to there has to be an easier way to quit drugs and drugs, like I don't know, flushing them down the toilet and going to rehab.
Wait a minute. Steve
Oh.
Irwin played it?
No, I'm moving on to the second story this week.
Okay, maybe we should segue into that.
Oh,
Instead
sorry.
of just talking about quitting drugs right after Steve Irwin.
Sorry, my brain is still on fire, and like I'm trying to figure out if my butthole's on fire, my belly wants to vomit more milk, or what a dumb idea. It was the milk that really made that even worse.
Yeah, because if you chug like 3/4 of a gallon of milk, you're going to throw up. If you're dead, fine. Just so the viewers are aware, it's been 11 and a half minutes since we started re-recording. Let's just say 20 minutes to round it up, since James Fortney has disappeared down those stairs. So we will update you again in 5 minutes.
We'll see if James we're going to find out if James is going to take part in this fucking podcast this week. He showed up for a minute. He showed up for the chip.
We'll see.
He showed up for the tough part. Okay. He showed up for the tough part.
So story number 2, moving on.
Story number
not
2.
related in any way to the royal family or Steve Irwin.
Oh, maybe Prince Andrew.
You know.
Well, So a Florida woman decided to take a different approach into quitting drugs. So instead of, I don't know, taking the drugs she had, flushing down the toilet and getting rid of them and going to rehab,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Leah, Chelsea Leah, decided to run up on police and say, "Hey, I have drugs. Please take them."
I'm guessing Miss Chelsea Leah is white. Because if you're gonna run up on police, you better be white.
Literally. That's what she did. As she removed 2 small baggies from her pockets.
Mm-hmm. So she put her hands inside her pockets and was not shot. I know she's white now.
Yep.
Okay, well, some people would say this is insane, crazy behavior. But I say good for her. She's getting the help she needs.
Does anybody want to take a guess at the drugs?
I'm gonna go ahead and solve the puzzle, Alex. I
And
would like to say meth.
Circle gets the square.
That
She is
means
a
I
meth
got it
addict.
right.
She is white. And it was methamphetamine.
Mm-hmm. Classic story, oldest time, Bob.
Yeah, boy, I got the bubbly guts, man. That chip is now bubbling. Chip is bubbling.
Bubbling. He's got the bubble guts.
I do have the bubbly guts. Chelsea Leah, let's take a look at you.
You ever see the before and after pictures of meth?
It's a horrible thing, isn't it?
It's bad. It's kind of
What?
like when like Michael Jackson, back when he did Thriller, it's like, here's Michael Jackson, pretty attractive young black guy. And then I turn him into a zombie. It's like, not that bad. But a few plastic surgery visits later, he's a fucking freak. And that can be accomplished with meth in just 6 months, ladies and gentlemen.
Ugh.
You'll be okay. So,
I think I might have to go to deposit some more milk.
Jesus. Well, it's been a whole 25 minutes since you ate that whole one chip. Was
I
it
know.
like a normal sized Dorito?
No, it was
chip
like it's like a double-sized Dorito.
For the unfamiliar people, I mean, I'm an expert on these.
I mean,
What
it's
are
like a good size thick Dorito. I mean, it's a good size Dorito, pretty much.
So it's like a hand vagina, is what you're saying.
Oh boy, man, that is now sitting on my stomach and just bubbling
So
and boobly.
I'm glad I told Joe Shedden go to bed because he would not be impressed by any of this. This
No,
is
dude, I'm not putting on a good showing.
like Wayne's World was fucking the Tonight Show compared to this. You guys just ate a chip, threw up a bunch, ran to the toilet. James has been gone for 26 minutes. God knows what he's doing. He could be playing Pokemon Go for all we know in the dark. He's probably high off of fucking chips and weed,
It
doing
is not.
donuts on his mini
This
bike.
is the worst. This is not a good year. This was not a good showing. This was not a good showing at all. Not proud of it at all.
What would you consider a good showing? Like you ate the chip and like, oh, I'm just miserable. Yay. Like,
Last
why
year
do
I
they
ate the-
fucking
last
sell
year-
these things?
Last year I ate the chip in about 10. I think it was like 10 minutes later. I was okay and just continued on with the podcast.
Like, why do they even sell these things? What's the fucking point?
Just to
I
see.
don't understand any of this business.
Neither do I. Well, because of idiots like me.
Oh, yeah. Sucker born every morning or something like
And
that.
I guess what, my friend, it is me. Today is my friend.
My friend, let me tell you. So, seen any good movies lately or what's
No.
up?
Right? I'm literally sitting here going, okay, I need a
But-
pause. And here's why I need a pause. Because I'm about ready to poop my brains out all of a sudden. So give me, oh, James is coming back.
Hey,
God.
I gotta put, all right,
Hey.
I gotta put a pause.
No,
That's
you
fine.
don't pause. You walk away. Let me interview Mr. James Fortney here.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Go-
take him. Oh, yeah, do that. Good call. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Yeah, go handle your bubble guts.
Oh my
Goddamn.
god.
Never worked with so many unprofessional fucking vaginas in all my life.
I'm alive.
Hey, welcome back, James Fortney. So we've been
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was
Somewhere-
listening in on downstairs a little bit, but I was
So-
puking a little bit of blood and stuff like that, so that was fun.
Jesus Christ. So we say goodbye to Joe Shedden, Navy buddy,
Yeah.
maybe 2-3 minutes before John decided to start recording here. And since then, we've seen you cough up a lung from illicit drugs and then eat a chip a minute later, and then you're gone. So the whole 2.5 minutes you've been on this whole show, you've been coughing up a lung and throwing up in a bag. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, you guys can make fun of me all you want. I deserve it. That was, oh my god.
So
I wanted
what
to
made
come up
you
here
decide
like
to do
right
this?
as I was finished puking so that you could still see all the sweat and like the bloodshot in my eyes.
Oh,
but
you
I
look
had to go.
terrible.
I had to go take a breather. Like, I'm not
You
even
look-
joking.
You look fucking terrible.
Oh my god.
So what
bad.
brought this idea on about the whole eating of the chip business? What originated this fucking retarded idea?
Me.
You.
Yeah, I'm the one that
I'm
introduced
not
John to
surprised.
it last year because my girlfriend at the time was a fan of them and had done them like 2 or 3 years in a row by that time.
What? Did she film herself for a podcast too?
Not for a podcast, just for showing friends.
So are challenges still a thing in the young person's world?
To an extent, I think it has to be a little bit more something to talk about, as in like it has to be one of these chips, it has to be like the world's hottest gummy bear, it has to be something
Gummy
that
bear?
there's the world hottest gummy bear and it's pretty much similar level of spice.
Fucking gummy bears?
Yeah. And
That's nonsense.
no, it's a single gummy bear. It's one little tiny gummy bear. It's like $5 or something. And it's like the same heat level as that chip that we just had.
Jesus Christ, a $5 gummy bear.
Yeah.
That's more precious than like platinum.
Right? It's ridiculous.
So like the last thing I knew, there was an ice bucket challenge and then this bullshit hot chip challenge.
And so
or
you never
ghost pepper.
so
challenge?
in terms of challenges, you never learned about like the really dumb, dangerous ones, did you?
Only because of Tosh, and he's now been canceled for 2 years. So I'm
Yeah.
way out of touch.
Yeah, so like there was the eraser challenge. There used to be this thing called the eraser challenge where you would take an eraser and
Uh-huh.
just rub it on yourself for as long as you could stand.
Until you're
And-
bleeding.
Yeah, and so for me, I was really good at the eraser challenge.
Define good, sir.
I would go the longest. I could go for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going like fast. And so it burnt my skin down to like nothing.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
call it the epidermis, sir.
Yeah. And so I have like giant scars on my hands and on my ankles and everything from doing this with people.
Wow. So okay. So drunken retardedness.
This was in middle school.
I'm talking about in the height of my Navy drinking, drunken retardedness.
Yeah.
We would showcase our nutsacks by putting a lit cigarette in between our arms and holding our arms together. And the first person that pulled their arm away was a pussy, because of course that's how you determine it. So, yeah, people have asked me. They faded over time because you get
Yeah.
old and it fades, whatever. But people used to ask me like, "What is this from?" I'd be like, "Oh, I was changing oil and bumped my arm against it." Because when you're dead sober, it's very embarrassing. But when you're drunk, it makes
Very
total
embarrassing.
sense, and you are a man.
For me, it was just that like start of testosterone dumbness. And so I'm willing to say it. It doesn't bother me.
A racer challenge. Yeah,
Eraser
I never took part
challenge.
in any challenge. Somebody's like, "Oh, I think
There was the
it's line
ice
of-
salt challenge where you would put salt in your hands with an ice on it and try to hold it in your hand as long as possible. And I got burnt from that a few times.
Jesus, man.
Um,
Yeah, there was no cameras back when we did our challenges.
There was no cameras for those either. That was right before. That was right before.
Jesus. Yeah, it was just us being retards and then having to explain ourselves later. It's like, so
For
how
me,
did you
it
get
was
this giant bruise?
for me, it was the rich kids had the cameras, but that was about it. Like it was still at that time. I had my little iPod and stuff and my flip phone still.
Oh, iPods. Those were the days.
I still lived through those times. Like I'm so glad that I was like right at the turn of the century because I think I'm the last of the people that like I didn't start with a smartphone or anything like that. Like I started with a fucking flip phone, a little slide phone, and everything.
There was no phones when I was little. My dad had a my dad had a car phone that would drain his car battery.
Yeah.
But he commuted far enough when we lived in Southern California that it would keep it charged or whatever. But if he didn't drive, I want to say if he took like days off or whatever, it would be an issue. It'd be like, oh God, the car phone drained, and it was called a car phone. It wasn't called a cell phone.
Yeah.
It was the car phone. It drained the battery.
My mom had a car phone when I was born still.
It's fucking crazy to
Yeah.
think about.
I'm like right there. I'm right
Yeah.
there in that weird turn.
Yeah. So everybody's like, "Oh, you're technically a millennial." It's like, "Fuck you." Back when I used the internet when it first came out, it took 3 days to download like a
Video.
1-page Word document.
Oh.
It took hours. Hours. It's like you would click on it and then get excited because the first 10% would come out real quick, and then it would just stall out and be like, "Well, let's go play Mario Kart," which was new at the time, or whatever. And come back and check on it. It's like, oh, it's 80% done, guys. It's like, it's insane how fast
Yeah.
technology has fucking evolved. Like,
I used dial-up 4 or 5 times. I had a school that used dial-up still in Florida. But
it's insane. Like, I remember when I had Verizon cable internet bundle back in like 2010. Man, that was awesome. It was lightning fast and shit. It's like you can download an episode of Dexter back when it was still on the air in like 20 minutes. It was like
20 minutes.
yeah. And then save it on the hard
Yup.
drive or whatever. And now it's like, oh, I can watch it on my phone instantly. It's like, Jesus Christ. And higher quality picture than I had on the TV at the time. It's like my phone gets like 1080p or whatever it is.
Oh, I'm about
Maybe
to have
even
to
4K.
start. I'm gonna have to start rewiring both of my houses for fiber optics fairly soon.
Really?
I'm excited about it, but it's also gonna be a pain in the fucking ass.
Just
And
make it
so
as easy as you
expensive.
can.
What is it?
Just make it as easy as you can on yourself.
Yeah,
Drill a
that's-
giant hole and then re-insulate.
I almost want to do that. Like I'm so tempted to just drill a hole through this floor into the living room
Do it.
and just be like, you know what? Fuck it.
Do it and then just re-insulate. What's hilarious is when I was in the Navy, my 2 high school buddies I still keep in contact with were in college and like, yeah, we're playing this game Counter-Strike. We have a giant LAN party tonight. It's like, what the fuck's going on? And they're basically, it's like Call of Duty beta version.
Yep.
There's a bunch of just, I wouldn't say nerds, but just like lonely dudes in a dorm.
It is such a nerdy version of like an FPS game. I love Counter-Strike. I've put close to 1,000 hours in the game. I absolutely love it. But
I could never play Counter-Strike. Like Call of Duty, I think when I got into it, it was the second version.
I didn't like
And
Call of Duty.
it was pretty legit. It was like
Mm.
you're like, I never did multiplayer until like, God, I don't even know which game it was, but I'm gonna say 2015 area. Never did multiplayer online shit because my internet wasn't fast enough. And
Yeah.
then when I did, I was just like, I am terrible at video games. I used to think I was really good, and then nope. It's like you get on that shit and you get in the wrong game room or whatever it was called, and you are an amateur.
Yeah. I used to play Halo Reach clans competitively. We were ranked in like top 100 clans in the US and stuff
Hey.
like that.
Look
And
at
top
that.
100 really isn't a lot, but at the time when I was a little kid, it would always be like, yeah, we're number 52 and all that stuff. Like, so happy.
Pretty impressive, man. All right,
Uh,
so Sean
But yeah,
Bacard is back after 18 minutes.
I had to take a poo.
Was I gone for 18 minutes?
Yeah, not that anybody's counting, but you asked me to get my stopwatch out, so that's what happened.
You're good. I might have to go again. Ooh,
Did you throw up?
no, my fucking belly. I was fucking shit my brains out all of a sudden. That fucking put. I don't think you need laxatives for that.
I was stopping myself from taking a shit because I know I would have just not came back.
So I'm gonna power through this, and instead of doing the last news story, we're just gonna go in the next Reddit story. The fucking Reddit stories. How about that?
Look at this guy. He just come back.
Oh,
Let's
let's do the next news story. Come on.
You want to do the next news story?
I'm fine now. Come on, boy. I went and got it out of my system.
Yeah,
I
like you
puked
were
up some blood.
What's that?
I puked up some blood. I sacrificed for this podcast.
Yeah, we both did. Whew. Whew.
I'm so excited to see what my puke looked like on camera.
I don't even know if it made it, man, because I was talking in the middle of it and I heard you vomit. I'm like, oh, there goes Jamie.
As soon as I started vomiting, I looked up to see if the camera was on me, and it was.
Oh,
It looked remotely like liquid scrambled eggs coming out of your face.
It was so bad. It was blue colored chocolate milk coming back up, basically.
No, it looked yellow.
There might have been some bile and some blood in there also.
this was so much worse than last year's.
Oh, yeah.
You guys sound like old people talking about summer weather.
It was
Last year, I didn't see pictures of people getting picked up by an ambulance after eating this one.
This
Is
one's
that
pretty
what's
bad.
happening now?
Yeah, I've seen 2 pictures of different people getting picked up by an ambulance because they passed out in their front yards.
I'm not hip on things, so I don't know for real.
I didn't know that.
You need an ambulance for eating a tortilla chip covered with
Yeah.
some. Wow.
Oh, that's a nugget of knowledge I wish I would have known. I don't know, about an hour and 15 minutes ago.
Again, information that would have been useful to me yesterday.
Oh, thanks, wedding singer.
I thought I shared those
Dude,
on
I
Twitter.
have to I have to fart right now, and I don't.
Come on, trust it. Just do it.
So, James, I've had a
All right, we're good. We're
going
good.
fantasy about being a stand-up comedian. If I ever have a special, my first special is going to be. Shouldn't have trusted that fart.
I had one the other day, like
Or too scared to fart.
I had
Dude,
one. I
I'll
think it
let
was
you know.
last week or the one week before, where Haven and I were driving home, and it was just liquid, and I had to I trusted a fart, and I felt the liquid start coming out, and then I just pinched it,
You're like, no.
and I even checked my underwear after, and they were clean. There was definitely liquid in my asshole, in my ass crack though, but the afro fucking caught it. The jungle saved me.
See, that's brings me back to my original point about conservation. We need to save the mangrove forest. It protects Florida from the hurricane. Just as it saved his underwear.
All right, let's get into these Reddit stories, boys. All right, we're moving on into the Reddit stories. How do you guys want to kick it off? Do you guys stand up to a bully or white boy gets revenge?
Bully.
I'm 50-50.
It's a bilingual white boy. He gets pretty good. He gets good revenge. We'll do that one second. All right, let's get
Is that
Whatever you
similar to
wanna do.
last week's?
No.
Last week's was so
Different
good,
one.
The Italian dude.
Oh no, this one's just as good.
Do it.
All right, stand up to the bully.
Tifu by giving my son permission to beat his bully's ass. My son was born with a condition called pectus excavatum. In layman's terms, his chest is sunken in. His condition was so bad that he only had 2.5 inches between his sternum and his spine, and his heart and lungs were
Jesus.
bruised because of it. In December, he had surgery to correct it, and they put 2 nickel bars in his chest to give it space and train his bones to grow correctly. About 3 weeks after his surgery, A kid punched him and dislodged the top bar, and he had to have another surgery to put the bar back in place. The kid has been through a lot. Well, the doctor cleared him for most activity last week, just no skateboarding or bike riding, but he could now lift his backpack and go hang out with friends and play pickup, non-contact sports. Unbeknownst to me, a kid in his class had been bullying him all semester. And because my son was afraid of getting hit again, he just took it. Well, the evening he was cleared, he came to me and said, "Dad, I'm cleared now. A kid has been bullying me and hitting me for months. Can I kick his ass?" Well, my son isn't really a fighter. He's fought with his brothers but never anyone else, and he's always gotten his ass kicked. So I just figured he was just talking. But this is the first I had heard about the bullying, and I was concerned. I could tell he was distressed about the situation, so I told him to knock the fucker out. He just nodded and went to his room. Now, his older brother is a tough sob. He had a traumatic brain injury 2 years ago and he missed a year of school, so he's in the same grade and coincidentally takes the same class. I talked to him about it and told him to handle it but don't get in trouble. He told me that the kid walks in every day and punches my son in the head. I asked him why he allowed that to happen, and he said he wanted his brother to get tough, and once he was tired of getting hit, he would do something about it. While I kinda agree with his thinking, I instructed him to handle it without getting in trouble. The next morning I took them both to school, then drove back home to get my younger daughter, who goes to a different school that starts later. On the way to take her to school, my wife calls me. "Have you taken XXXXX to school yet?" "Well, after you do, go pick up your son. He got in a fight." I just assumed it was my oldest son. Imagine my surprise when I walked into the school office to see my younger son with a grin from ear to ear. He was beaming. He pointed to another kid sitting in a chair holding an ice pack on his face. I warned him. I was so proud. He had walked into class, sat down, and the kid popped him in the head like always. My older son got up to intervene, and before he could, my son decked the kid with one punch. He said the kid was bawling on the floor and that it was the best day of his life. He got suspended for 3 days.
I have some similar stories, so
First of all, Dad, completely in the right. Son,
today I fucked up. That's the wrong one.
nah. Today, you gave
Am
your-
I an asshole?
Nah.
Go on that. Go.
Dad, you did right. I think your son's gonna be okay. Both your
No.
kids. No?
No. First of all, I think the story is fucking complete bullshit.
Why is that? Oh, please enlighten us there, Asperger's.
I think it is complete horseshit. First of all, it was way too long. There's way too many details. Why was the dad taking kids to school at different times? Get to work, you fucking lazy fuck. Second of all,
Dad's not acceptable to you.
what's that?
Stay-at-home dad's not acceptable to you. That's my dream job.
You could dream about being a unicorn too. Have fun with it. So second of all, I feel like maybe some of the health issues the kids are all having, one stayed back in school, the other one has a caved-in chest. Maybe
Right?
dad is getting drunk and punching mommy in the tummy when the kids are fucking in there. I don't know.
Or drunken
I'm
infant baby
just-
syndrome.
Saying maybe he warned mooned her and pushed her down the stairs. I don't know.
It was like,
Allegedly.
I was having that thought also. That like
Yeah,
both of your
there's
kids are
way
fucked
too
up.
many
Or
weird
two
details
of the
about
three.
how my kid got picked on, but then he was a badass. It's like, hey, excuse me, why was your two sons in the same fucking class? And why was he allowing the little brother to get punched in the head every day? Every fucking day?
That kid has
telling you.
mental. That kid has brain damage though.
Yeah. So he should have some extra strength, if you know what I mean, and chokeslam that kid like the Undertaker through the Hell in a Cell back in 1997. We can all hear JR's voice. And
Thank you,
so
Kelly.
I claim the story is bullshit.
I'm glad you're here this week, Kelly, because I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna shit myself or not because of this goddamn beta chip. Because these are
No.
everything I had when I first thought of these.
Well, would you like to hear a funny story about shitting yourself?
Not right now,
done.
but
It-
hold on. Here, I
How
am gonna.
about-
All right, let me pause this real quick. I do have to pause.
What if I up the stakes by saying it involves fuck off, eh?
Yes, I am back. Sorry,
Now we're
You gotta
recording.
explain yourself a little bit. And
Now
explain how
we're
long we've
recording.
been here.
Hey, yeah,
It's been like
you
in a half an
explain
hour.
yourself, catch us up. I have to go get another beer. So yeah, have
Yeah,
fun.
I had to take a 30-minute break because I am like the one chip is cleansing me out. It is cleaning me out.
The one chip cleanse.
The one chip cleanse, as Kelly called it. Dude, it is going through me. I'm going to try to power
The
through these
tiniest
next.
violin.
All right, so
Three
I'm gonna go
stories.
get another beer. Previously on Lost Loser podcast, you fill them in.
Yeah, I ate the chip. It is, dude, it is so dumb. So dumb. So
I
dumb.
sat down there and made myself throw up until I knew all of it was out.
I
I'm
drank
not
a half,
dealing with
dude. I
it.
drank a half gallon of milk thinking it would be okay, and I drank a half gallon of milk in 5 minutes. I'm like, oh my god, I am doing something completely other. I'm making it worse, and that's what's going on right now.
That's
so,
what Haven said as I was doing it. She was like, I don't think chocolate milk's a
no,
good choice,
the
my
milk,
guy.
nope. It was that milk was a terrible decision. I felt like fucking Ron Burgundy.
And Kelly's just A-okay.
All right, let's go with story number 2. Kelly, you ready?
I was born ready, you fucking pansies.
Yeah, I am not holding up to that, girls.
All right, would you like me to read this, or is the
People who
narrator-
speak a second language, what have you overheard people saying about you when they thought you couldn't understand? One evening, I called an Uber driven by Abdelatif. Mr. Abdelatif, an Egyptian, was nice enough at the start, but then took a phone call from an Arabic-speaking friend of his and started complaining very colorfully about his day. He eventually finished his rant by stating that he would head home after he takes this one last ibn Kihib, bad Arabic slur, in his car home. I, of course, didn't drop the ruse and pretended that my Uber driver didn't just loudly, and quite needlessly, insult me to this random person on the phone. When we finally arrived, he told me to have a nice evening. Sir, I told him Tisib Hili Hira Yaru Aimk, the gist of which is, good night, asshat, and walked away, putting on my best display of being highly offended, even though I was dying from laughter on the inside after seeing the look on his face. Weeks later, I took another Uber, driven by Mr. Badri, an Iraqi. He seemed like he had a lot of trouble with English over the phone, so I started the ride off by greeting him in Arabic. He was quickly at ease, and was surprised that I spoke Arabic so fluently for a white American. I explained I was only half Egyptian and that was probably why I didn't look like your stereotypical Middle Easterner. He laughed, and said it reminded him of a story his Egyptian friend, also an Uber driver, told him, about the time he picked up this white guy that turned out to speak perfect Arabic. I asked him his friend's name. It was Abdelatif.
Nice.
And then
Yup.
Jason Bourne strangled them both to death.
I love when you can get revenge like that. When there's revenge stories like that.
And you know, he like told his buddy about it later that day, and they made the connection also.
Yeah, like
Like the two Arabic dudes, you know, they made the connection also, and we're just like laughing at each other.
he probably that kid, that guy who wrote that was probably like when he got out was like, oh, by the way, tell your buddy I said hi. That was me.
Yeah, something like that.
He said, by the way, here's my business card. It's Blackwater.
What the
Jesus Christ, Kelly.
And
What's
then
the
a drone.
Deadpool company?
Hey, it might as well be Blackwater. And then
Yeah.
a drone took out their whole apartment complex. What?
Well, it would have happened in their own country.
Or would it?
I
Who
don't,
knows?
I don't know. I wasn't very amused by that story.
I liked it.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Asperger's.
All right, Asperger's. Hey, what's the craziest thing you ever done to get laid?
Personally,
Yeah. Got married twice.
no. If anything, that hurts things. What?
Oh, she's not here.
Crazy
I only
thing
got
to
two.
get laid.
All right.
No, I got nothing because usually the craziest things I,
I was
do
about to say,
result in
it's not an
not
exciting
getting laid.
person asked that.
Like,
Well-
because one time I took out a stop sign and I thought it was a great accomplishment at the time.
Or
Nobody
maybe
else did.
maybe you've overlooked something. Maybe you looked up or just like looked something crazy to get laid.
Oh, that's
Like
a much
out,
better question.
like maybe a girl was cross-eyed or something like that, but she was hot.
Oh, you're right. Oh, the
Why
Dom-
did that trigger something?
Oh, the Domino's delivery girl with Leroy.
No, that was Behan, two different girls.
Okay, whatever. Same thing. Same principle. Okay, James. Back in the
Yeah.
day, they used to have these things called a butterface. I don't know if they still do.
The fuck is that?
Hey, no, man, here, just do the Cleveland Browns? The football team, the Cleveland Browns, James.
Not really, but yeah, I know the name of them.
Well, look up their jerseys. It's like nice uniform, bad helmet.
Yes, I've seen that before. Yes, I know what you're
Okay.
talking about.
There you go.
Is it that nice of a uniform?
Hmm,
Okay,
listen,
anyway.
still a bad helmet.
Yellow and brown.
Brown and orange.
Brown. Yeah, close enough. I'm color deficient. Fuck off.
Just saying.
Colored deficient.
Here, all right. Think about that as we do this story.
I have
Okay.
glaucoma, Kelly. Fuck off.
What is the most insane thing you have overlooked? For the sake of getting laid, we went back to her house after the bar and her dog shit in the middle of the living room. She picked it up barehanded and threw it out the back door. The last girl I dated told me she liked holding a knife to her ex's neck while he slept because she fantasized about murder and wanted to see what it felt like. 20-year-old stripper whose husband was in jail. Husband got out and firebombed my car in her driveway. I went to her dorm
Pause
to
real
hook
quick.
up. It was wall-to-wall
Jesus
stuffed
Christ,
animal.
press pause.
Which one?
What do you mean,
The-
which
the
one?
knife
I didn't
one.
know- I didn't
You guys
know
haven't been there?
I didn't know we were going to be shotgun blasted by 8 different insane stories.
Sorry. I told you guys could always tell them to pause. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Christ, I thought it was going to be one giant, long, boring story like before. I didn't know it was going to be 8 insane short stories, Stephen King style. Like, oh, here's a fucking retard who
Edgar
strangled the
Allan
whole
Poe.
family to death. Here's another one where a guy fucking lit the whole thing on fire. It's like, calm it the fuck down, spread it out.
You don't understand my generation.
All right. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Like, I think I've told stories on the. What was it, Kelly?
I said, I'm sorry. Apparently, you have a short attention span and you do a lot of insane things all at once, like an asteroid shower instead
Yes.
of just one giant Haley's bop where 90 fucking people kill themselves wearing Nikes.
Yes, you're
it
right.
was Adidas's.
But like, I think I've talked about it on the podcast before that I've been in multiple situations where like girls were like, "Hey, you want to pull a knife out?"
Wait,
Like, it's a very common thing nowadays. I feel like maybe that's kind of the girls I go for, but it's been a multiple time thing.
I'm sorry. What? Multiple
Yes.
knives? Throat?
Yes,
OJ?
I never did throat. I never did that. I
Well,
was
what-
against that, but they'd
Where
ask
do
me
you
to
put it?
like mark them and stuff and shit like that, and
Wait,
I'm
what?
all right with that.
What?
Yeah, I'm not
Where do
even
you put
joking.
If you're
What?
not going to put it at their neck, where do you put it?
You just scratch designs in their back or their ass and stuff like
I'm
that.
sorry. Designs like the Stussy S?
That was the
Ah, no.
first thing I went with. That was the first thing I was going with was Stussy S.
He knew what I was talking about. All right. He's not a complete zoomer.
Oh, that's amazing.
Did you do the Russian knife game? Dun, 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 dun.
On her, did it on her ass cheek.
Yeah, you like cut designs in or something like that.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. So, anyways, so somebody got their car firebombed.
Yeah, we were just about to hit that again. Let's go. I'm down.
About murder and wanted to see what it felt like. 20-year-old stripper whose husband was in jail. Husband got out and firebombed my car.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Oh, he missed the target.
No, the husband got out of jail and decided to firebomb his car because it was in her driveway and he was fucking his wife.
Oh, I can get that also.
In her driveway. I went to her dorm to hook up. It was wall-to-wall stuffed animals. They all had names and personalities and they
Uh-oh.
faced the bed because they liked to watch. Wasn't thinking with my brain and
No.
during sex she pulled out a hand puppet and tried to jerk me off. My friends called me Muppet fucker for a while after that. She said she had thousands of kids that telepathically communicate with her all at once. She legit
Pause.
stole my wild.
No, pause it. No,
What?
no, no. You can't hear more than 3 kids at once, let alone thousands. Nonsense.
Any
She's
parent
insane.
knows that.
She's insane.
What the fuck?
No.
Yep. She's
So
insane.
I went to her dorm room to hook up. It was wall to wall, capitalized, stuffed animals. They all had names, personalities. This bitch, she's gonna be a preschool teacher.
I was thinking
She
third
shouldn't be
grade, but
allowed
yeah,
around kids.
don't be around kids. That one's gonna end up on the fucking nudes, fucking a kid
She
student.
doesn't. Yeah, no.
All right.
And this dude told his friends, not only read it, but told his personal friends, and they called him Muppet Fucker. First of all,
He had to
get
be in the
some better-
Navy.
First of all, get some better friends because Muppet Fucker is no. My
What, is
fantasy
that just
football
lazy?
name is worse than that.
But
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Pulled out a hand puppet and tried to jerk me
Right.
off. My friends called me Muppet Fucker for a while after that. She said she had thousands of kids that telepathically communicate with her all at once.
Jesus.
She legit stole my wallet the first time we hooked up. It had $200 in it. Sex was so damn good I just made sure I hid my wallet and valuables for rounds 2 to 4. Me and my friends were drunk and
Pause.
got
All
her.
right.
That guy
I
was
can
smart.
respect that.
That guy was smart. He knew the value.
He knew.
I can respect that. I'm fine with that.
Do you
He
think
knew.
he ever left like a 20 in there though as a, like a tip?
Definitely.
The last one.
It's
yeah.
only the nicest thing to do. It's only the nice thing to do.
Be like, oh, whoops, I left a 20 in there.
All right.
Ride from some
Yeah.
random chick in a parking lot on Christmas night. On the way she pulled a gun on us. Once she stopped, my buddies all took off running. I stood there. And then she invited me in for sex on the couch of the place she was house sitting. Hooked up with a girl near DC who was very into SpongeBob. Which is cool, I am too. But she was like super into SpongeBob. Throw pillows, posters, stuffed animals everywhere. When we hooked up she made me do the laugh so she'd get off.
No. No, no, no.
I don't understand.
No.
Dang.
No. No. Like that can't be real. Someone had their sexual awakening to SpongeBob.
Well, do you know the comedy series Coach from the mid 90s?
No.
I do. James does not.
Never heard of it.
Dauber was pretty sexy.
Dauber was, yeah.
No, like I'm fine with a lot of shows to be your sexual awakening, to have as your like sexual awakening,
No, that's just for her to get off.
but there has to be something like Freudian about this.
Maybe she was a marine biologist.
No, there has to be some weird Freudian shit about this. I don't like that. She's creepy as shit.
We're gonna have to take
I
another
think it's
pause.
fake. I
real
think
quick.
it's fake. Oh, you had to poop again?
No, I'm gonna vomit again. I'll pause
It's
right quick.
poop again.
Sweaty.
Listen, it is not this is not fun.
Oh, I gotta run. I gotta go.
Did you just take like a spit take, Kelly?
It is not. This is not fun. I feel like I might be on death's door here.
I fucking puked up blood. Like, no, this one's not safe. And I have
I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting another airline bottle of Jameson.
another one.
Yeah, don't do that.
What is
All
that?
right.
A Manny Pacquiao chip?
That's the one we just ate.
Man, in fact, yeah, that's all right. I'm fine with that.
All right.
Do I try to sell this like aftermarket?
No. Just
What are you gonna get? $5.90?
all right.
The box smells.
Speaking
Alexa.
of poop.
Zoom.
All right.
Speaking of poop.
Hey, I'm recording. Stop, please.
Yeah, no.
What
All
happened?
right. All right.
I'm
sorry
so
about that.
sorry, Kelly.
Sorry about that.
Fucked up.
All right. Let's get through this last story. Speaking of poop.
Jesus Christ with the last story already.
And then after that, I'm wrapping her up with the fucking
My husband's dirty secret turned out to be much dirtier than I could ever imagine. So over the
Uh-oh.
past few months I've noticed my husband sneaking out of the house at night, sometimes for hours at a time. I'm one of those
Uh-huh.
people that fall asleep as soon as their head hits the pillow. So he
Uh-huh.
obviously thinks I'm
Liar.
asleep. But one night I heard the baby crying and noticed he wasn't there. At first I thought he was sneaking out to see another woman, but it turns
Uh-huh.
out it was worse than that, in my opinion
Oh,
anyway.
really?
We had our first
Huh.
child in February this year, and he's been a really hands-on father. Always is there to take care of the baby despite having a full-time job when I need a break and all that. I don't know how else to really say what he's doing without it sounding completely insane, but it turns out, when my husband goes out at night, all he does is go into the yard where the trash cans are, rummages around, and fishes out a dirty diaper from our child, opens it, and just stands there smelling it. It seems to only be the ones that our son has gone number 2 in, because I've seen him toss back ones that presumably only have been peed in and look for a dirtier one, and then he just stands there, taking the deep contented breaths in of our child's excrement, for ages. The sad thing is, he looks so damn happy when he's doing it too. I've watched him from the window for weeks now, just standing out there, sniffing with this huge grin on his face, and then rummaging around for another. The real icing on the cake was the other night when he came back to bed, once again thinking I was asleep. He must have got a bit too close to the diaper when he was sniffing our son's business. Because when he got into bed with me I could smell something and opened my eyes a bit when I finally heard him snoring, and it turns out he had a bit of poo on his nose. I felt so disgusted. So I'm at a loss as to what I should do now. I love my husband, but this freaks the hell out of me. Has this happened to anyone else before? Is it a fetish or something? I'm too scared to confront him, but I know it needs to be done, and any advice would be great because, I mean, shit.
Okay. I have some advice.
What the fuck? It might be worse. It really might be.
I have some advice. One, you're full of shit.
Which
2,
one?
The lady, not James. She's full of shit. Shit, this has been going on for fucking weeks.
I can see someone being so insecure and scared to ask about this.
What, Nicole Brown Simpson? No.
Probably.
I can see this one being real.
No, not at all. He's so hands-on with the baby, blah, 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 but he sneaks out in the alleyway and smells the poop at night, blah,
You
blah.
have
Has
not
anybody else
watched enough
experienced-
YMH fucking podcasts to know.
Has anybody else experienced this? I don't know what to do. You are fucking retarded. If this is true, you're dumb and you deserve to get poop wiped on your face when you're sleeping, a la CKY2K.
I saw a TikTok the other day, like with somewhat.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You
Wait,
saw
wait,
a
wait, wait,
TikTok-
wait, of a girl that was going through airport security with a
Mhm.
butt plug in her ass with her
Uh-huh.
boyfriend's ashes in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that.
What's the weird part?
Like, I can see this happening also.
Yeah. I can see this.
100%.
All right. This is the I'm wrapping this up. This is the
Are you
fucking
struggling again?
Yep, I'm struggling again.
There's
This
no
is our
way.
fucking
There's no way. Like, you want
I
to do the
am.
other news story?
Nope.
I really want to hear it.
Saving it for next week, ladies and gentlemen. Go find us on everything. You know where to go. I have to wrap this up because my fucking buddy is I'm on fire. Here is a new guy on TikTok I found. He ruined songs. Go check him out. There I ruined it is his handle. This is awesome.
Let's get this
Thanks,
mother
you're
crunk! Yeah, 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 okay!
Mr. Sandman,
What?
bring me a dream.
Okay!
Make him the cutest
Yeah!
I've ever seen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.
Mhm.